Filmmakers have a big arsenal of tools and techniques to hook up the viewer, engage them into the story, and keep their attention. One of the most common ways to achieve that is to be vague, to make it harder for the audience to put together the pieces of a puzzle. But harder doesn't always mean more exciting, and this is exactly the mistake director and screenwriter Cheng Er made with his latest work, Hidden Blade. The movie spans over more than a decade, from Japan's invasion into China to its capitulation in 1945. The story follows a group of Chinese collaborators, some of which are playing a double game and trying to ruin the aggressor's plans from the inside. If you present Hidden Blade's plot in chronological order and strip it of its long visual scenes, you'll get a very simple, if not primitive, picture. It has not enough characters, not enough events, and not enough history. The film got its 2-hour runtime solely because of editing that blends events from different time periods and different plotlines, like a butcher who was cutting up a carcass looking so serious and concentrated, as if his chaotic movements followed some well-defined pattern. The movie is not an easy one to watch, to say the least. You will only start to understand what's going on by the end of the first hour, at best, and only if you give your full attention to the story. Despite the fact that Hidden Blade has few characters and they hardly speak or interact with one another, the story is told through visual means, such as shot composition, glances, poses, gestures, and so on. In some sense, it's both a continuation of and an antithesis to Cheng Er's gangster saga The Wasted Times. Using a similar concept, the film was torn between too many characters. As a result, the 3.5-hour runtime had to be cut down nearly by 50%, leaving out several plot lines and characters. It looks like this time, Chung decided to play it safe. He filtered out non-crucial events and characters and used non-linear editing to add the vibe of uncertainty. As a result, we got a movie that is poignant and expressive, but heavy and, at times, even dull and pretentious. That served as a deal breaker for many viewers. But you can easily forgive the director for that. You just need to tune into his vision and try to understand what he wanted to say. You need to imagine what it felt like to fumble through that uncertainty, risking to get stabbed in the back by anyone, including your best friend. You need to fathom the loneliness and isolation of those who chose to risk their lives for the future of their country. Hidden Blade is a good piece of cinema that pays a high price for trying to make the audience notice its advantages, which include striking visuals, impeccable sense of style, and brilliant acting from Tony Leung and Wang. It needs to be said that the latter delivers an even more solid performance than the Hong Kong star. However, if you gravitate towards intense, action-packed stories, Hidden Blade might not be for you. The pieces of a puzzle won't come together until the end credits. As for action, you'll have to wait for it forever, and even then, it will be a short, yet arresting, shooting that escalates into a fight.